Hey players, so the ultimate DEI hire didn't earn it. Caroline Lipless brought out a grieving mother to validate the abduction of Kilmar Abrego Garcia. This lady's story had absolutely nothing to do with Abrego Garcia, but the Frumpy Dump administration is so comfortable parading around grieving mothers. They've done it before to pander to the Frumpy Dump tax sniffers because even them are not with this violation of the Constitution. So Patty Morin's daughter was unfortunately murdered by a migrant without legal status in 2023. They brought her out there so she could criticize Maryland Senator Chris Van Hollen for flying to El Salvador to advocate for Kilmar Abrego Garcia. Again, Patty's case has absolutely nothing to do with Abrego Garcia. He's not anywhere linked to that case. The person that did that horrific crime has been tried and convicted. And I think it's absolutely ridiculous that the Frumpy Dump administration once again use a grieving mother to push their bullshit, because at the end of the day, they know that due process is real, the United States Constitution is real, and if Abrego Garcia was given his day in court just like the murderer of Patty's daughter, then we wouldn't be sitting here. We wouldn't be sitting here if they would just give that man his due process and his day in court. So Frumpy Dump's personal attorney, Pam Bundy, continues to reiterate that Abrego Garcia is a member of the MS-13 gang. However, the documents that she put out today does not substantiate that claim. It verifies that Abrego Garcia has absolutely no criminal history. Her documents also state that one of the reasons why Abrego Garcia was identified by a confidential informant as a member of the MS-13 gang was because he had on a Chicago Bulls hat. The documents that Pam Bundy put out just reiterated the fact that they have absolutely no evidence to substantiate Abrego Garcia's abduction from the United States. But yet and still, Pam Bundy did this.
Maryland is safer because he is gone, and that woman that he is married to and that child he had with her, they are safer tonight because he is out of our country. And
now, Maryland Senator Chris Van Hollen went to El Salvador today, where he spoke with officials, and they told him that the United States is paying for Abrego Garcia to be held there, and they would not allow him to see Abrego Garcia.
Now, the courts of the United States have said there's no evidence to support the charge that he's part of MS-13. So I asked the vice president whether or not El Salvador has any evidence that he's part of MS-13 or has committed a crime. The government of El Salvador has no evidence that he was part of MS-13. Why is El Salvador continuing to hold him in CCOT? And his answer was that the Trump administration is paying El Salvador, the government of El Salvador, to keep him at CCOT.
So Caroline Lipless and Pam Bundy says that Abrego Garcia will never live in the United States again. They abducted an innocent man and took him to El Salvador for absolutely nothing. This is disturbing, and every American citizen should be worried because the Supreme Court ordered them to bring this man back, and they defied that order. They are actively defying that order as we speak, and everybody should be concerned about this because it could very well be one of us. Players, put your thoughts in the comments. This is Double D Mo for the Black Accurate News.